I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. A hostile work environment, that's what conditions inside the Flagler County Courthouse are being called. A memo from the Administrative Services Director of the Circuit describes conditions that allegedly include racism, homophobism, and sexual impropriety. It prompted the intervention of 3 judges and led to 2 bailiffs being disciplined and reassigned to a different building. All bailiffs now have a new supervisor after Sergeant John Bray, who had been in that role, was reassigned to a desk job with no supervisory authority. He was recently recognized for 25 years of service. In the scandal, it appears Antoinette Arcuris, Judge Craig's assistant, also lost her job. Records show it all started after Judge Dennis Craig's bailiff, Jeff Puritis, allegedly sent a nearly naked photo of a woman via text to Kenley Matijka, Judge Smith's judicial assistant. Puritis was also allegedly caught traveling at high speeds in his patrol car while not on the job, once by the sheriff himself. Arcuri, who works at the courthouse, also says Puritis and bailiff Jonathan Freshcorn discussed child porn in the office and made racist comments, but an investigation reveals she may have just been pitting deputies against one another. She was dismissed as Judge Craig's administrative assistant for it. Sheriff's Office spokesman Mark Strobridge says they couldn't substantiate disciplinary charges against anyone but Puritis, but says the shakeup had to happen inside the courthouse to rid of a toxic environment. Separately, Circuit Judge Scott DuPont faces indefinite expulsion over ethics issues, putting the court in further turmoil.
This portion of WNZF Local News, a service of the Daytona Beach International Airport. Fly to the Big Apple in a New York minute on JetBlue from the Daytona Beach International Airport.
Bike weekends in tragedy in Flagler County. John Arking reports.
3 people were hospitalized, one with traumatic head injuries after a car plowed into a group of motorcycles Friday in Palm Coast. The Florida Highway Patrol says 18-year-old Deja Shavers of Orange Park was driving southbound on US 1 when she came upon a group of bikers about a half-mile south of Old Kings Road and drove through the group in the outside lane. The bikers, who were from the Tampa area, were also in the outside lane. A man and a woman were taken by ambulance to Florida Hospital Flagler, while a third victim, a man, was flown by Fireflight, the county's emergency helicopter, to Halifax Hospital in Daytona Beach. Police say Shavers remained at the scene and showed no sign of impairment. The investigation into potential charges continues. Flagler County Fire Rescue, the Palm Coast Fire Department, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office, and the Florida Highway Patrol all assisted at the scene. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arkin.
A Flagler County company is expanding. Joya Sales South has broken ground on a new 30,000-square-foot building on Commerce Boulevard in Palm Coast. Pat Moynihan, Vice President of Operations for Joya Sales South, says they'll be adding jobs.
We are at 58 employees currently. I totally expect by the time we open the doors here that we're going to have to grow to about 65 right off the bat. The city, that everybody gets, some taxes included in that, so it's been a very good cooperation.
They'll be specifically looking for seamstresses and upholsterers. Joya Sales South is in County Commissioner Donald O'Brien's district. He says the expansion is huge for Flagler County.
It's more significant than anything we've had here in the county in a long time. And I can't even remember the last time we've broken ground on a facility like this anywhere in the county for years and years.
Moynihan explains why he picked Palm Coast for the expansion.
Flagler County, Palm Coast has been our home now since pretty much '07 on and off. I personally live in the community. We enjoy it. Most of my employees live in Flagler County and know Palm Coast, and it just seemed to be a nice place to be.
He says sales have risen 25% in the past 4 years, increasing to more than $5 million. A treasure that ended up in the trash by accident is back with its owner. Rich Petchke has the exclusive story.
When a Flagler Beach resident realized her missing $10,000 diamond ring may be in the recyclables that were just picked up by the city, her husband called City Hall to see if they could find the ring. City manager Larry Newsom says the man caught a lucky break because the recycling truck wasn't at full capacity.
And our guys didn't have enough to make that trip to Volusia County to do recycling. So they had an opportunity to empty the truck out and dig through the garbage. And Bruce Garrison, I will say, he did a fantastic job, him and his staff. They actually were able to go in and find the diamond ring.
Flagler Beach has its own sanitation department, unlike in Palm Coast, where citizens have been complaining about poor service from their contracted waste hauler. Newsom says Flagler Beach having its own department is a big advantage.
I think when you have your own sanitation department, you do get a different level of service.
From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Rich Petchke.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.